Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. So we made it to the weekend. Time to get to work. All right. Before I start this morning, a couple of housekeeping items. Yes, I have poison ivy again. For those of you that are asked what's wrong with my eyes, that is it. I've got poison ivy around my right eye, my right ear, a couple other places on my body. Okay. So figure I got this when I was out pitching wood chips the other day from trees we had shredded, and apparently there was some poison ivy in there. So hence, here I got it. No big deal. I'm already on the prednisone. You guys, one of y'all sent me a bunch of prednisone, so I'm good there. And I had some from the last time I had it. So I'll be okay. Does not change the fact we are doing the live stream tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. I have people that ask me, what time is the live stream? I tell you in every video, guys, just watch the video. It's now, for 2 years we've been doing a live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern on Saturdays and 8 o'clock Eastern on Tuesdays, so nothing's changed. So let's get into this one. Who do you trust? Okay, big question. Now, I'm going to qualify this right off the get-go. I am not asking you to trust me. That's your decision, okay? Most of you don't know me. I'm a face on YouTube. That's it. Take what I tell you and compare it to other things you read, other things you hear, and whatever. Don't put blind trust in anybody. I'm wrong occasionally too, okay? I'm just saying. But the only person in life that you can trust 100% is yourself. And I know people, I trust my spouse. You trust your spouse 99%, okay? I will tell you this. Everybody on their wedding day says they trust their spouse, yet 50% of divorces, or 50% of marriages end in divorce, okay? Certainly, we don't need to trust the politicians, the powers that be, whatever would be. They are so out of touch with reality, it's insane. When it comes to your finances, absolutely 100% the only one you can trust is yourself. All right. And I'm going to give you this as a reason. Y'all know I spent 8 years working on Wall Street. And I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly on Wall Street. Mutual fund companies, analysts pushing, sell this, sell this, sell this. We're underwriting this, sell this. Because what was the ultimate decision, the ultimate reason? To make money. Not that it was a good investment. It was whether it was going to make money or not. This is what the firms did, the mutual fund companies did. And as much as it hurts to say, a lot of brokers did too. Okay. Gee, if I sell this, this stock, I'll get a commission. If I sell this mutual fund this way, whether it's an A share, a B share, a C share, I'll make more money. Okay. And that's how a lot of them operate. Wasn't necessarily whether it was good or not. You have to make that ultimate decision. And in order to do that, you have to have all the facts. Yeah, that's something that is pretty much hidden from us. I'll give you this going in. I mean, this will tell you how out of touch our government, for all intents and purposes, the Federal Reserve, your money, is. Jerome Powell gave his speech at Jackson Hole, Wyoming yesterday. His comment was on what the Fed is doing, raising interest rates to stop inflation, is his quote, "Taming inflation could lead to some pain." Have you been around at all and seen the pain that people are in? It ain't some pain, and it ain't leading to anything. Exorbitant gas prices, heating prices, electricity prices, food prices, we're already there, and it's already contributing to pain, not leading to some pain. I mean, Powell's incompetent, okay? And he's the one that is literally in charge of the U.S. financial system. If you go back, Powell started during the Trump era too, guys. So I'm not going to bitch saying Biden made another idiotic decision. Biden kept him, okay, so it's an idiotic decision, but this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And the problem is that the policies that are coming out of Congress and out of the White House directly affect what he is doing. And so you're adding idiocy to stupidity, okay, neither of which make for a very trustworthy idea. Then you start taking a look at other things, financial, which is important to all of us. I kind of like to pay my bills and things like that. I don't want bill collectors knocking on the door or the repo man showing up or anything like that. Take a look at what else is going on. We've talked for months about countries repatriating their gold. Very important. How about the Vatican coming out and repatriating all the Vatican's money from everywhere else in the world, all to the Vatican Bank? Okay? Think about this. Diversify. Trust me, the U.S. government doesn't have a account at Chase Bank, and that's it. It's spread out amongst all over the place. The Vatican's bringing it all home to one place. All your eggs in one basket? Okay. Why? Like I said, we've talked about the repatriation of gold. Why? What do the governments of the world know that they aren't telling us? Again, this all goes right into the plan, guys, their plan. They don't care if the people lose everything. The governments want to make sure they stay solvent. You lose everything and they're still solvent. Now they've got even more control. Let's look at the stock market yesterday. All right? And granted, the market has not moved anywhere. Yeah, we have our ups and downs or anything like that, but we've been sitting in the same spot for 6 months at least. The Dow in the low, 32, 33,000, somewhere thereabouts. It hasn't moved, right? The S&P bouncing right around 4,000. We'll have some up days, we'll have some down days. It's a trader's market, no doubt, okay? It's not an investor's market. But the Dow dropped 1,000 points yesterday based on Powell's comments, meaning we're going to raise rates again, right? There's something like a 60% chance he's going to raise rates 75 basis points, 0.75%, and like a 40% chance he's going to raise 0.5%. Means interest rates are going to keep going up, which means mortgage rates and new home loans and any variable rate credit cards and everything like that, the interest rates are going to go up to stop people from spending. This is what the Fed's doing, guys. Their interest rates are going up. They want to stop people from borrowing money to keep them from spending. That'll slow down inflation. The problem is, right now, the only way people can maintain life, and I'm not talking, yes, there are plenty of people out there who are maintaining their lifestyle by putting it on credit, but there's a lot of people out there right now who are putting their groceries on credit. I told you about being behind in electric bills in some 20 million households. The people are struggling. And restricting access to credit is causing the people to struggle more. They talk about fighting inflation, but let's look at what we've got this week. The student loan bailout, the administration is touting it as costing $300 billion. Analysts have come out and said $500 billion over the long term. They're saying nearly $1 trillion that it's going to cost. That's inflationary, regardless of what the White House says. Okay, huge if, I still don't believe we'll ever see the light of day on this thing, but it's inflationary. I did the video the other day on why I don't see it ever happening. It's all a political campaign issue, and then afterwards they're going to come back with some lame excuse for why they can't do it, but sorry, by then too late, they've already had the election and know what's going on, okay? Or if it doesn't happen, this will be the bigger one. it doesn't happen, and the Democrats are going to get their ass waxed in November. They'll come in and try to blame the Republicans. We tried to put this together for you, and the Republicans stopped it. Yeah, with good reason. Okay. I hope to God they stop it. It's stupid. But how much money we've pissed away into Ukraine, how much money we've wasted with this Inflation Reduction Act, the Inflation Increasing Act, or whatever you want to call it, is what it's going to be. These are all inflationary things. Our prices are continuing to go up. Who do you trust to listen to? These talking heads, these people are filling your head and filling sheep's heads with lies. This is what governments do when they're about to collapse. They start filling your head with lies and only telling you propaganda. So you look at this hand and don't see what this one does. That's exactly what's going on. Guys, watch the bigger picture as to what's going on financially. We're coming very, very quickly. A crash is coming. Okay, and I'm not talking about just the stock market. I'm talking a complete, full-blown economic crash. I mean, Mrs. P was telling us a story last night about there was something she wanted to buy and decided she didn't want to buy it, and I'll just make up the day, okay, on Wednesday, and figured she'd go back and buy it on Thursday. But overnight on Thursday, the ruble was devalued, and that thing now cost 10 times as much. She still had that 100 ruble bill, but that 100 ruble bill now only bought 10 cents worth of merchandise. This didn't change, this did. That's exactly what's coming, guys. This is what you talk about hyperinflation. You have $200, and that's what you're going to go to the grocery store with, and that's what you figured out your family can buy groceries with. $200 a week, every other week, whatever it would be, just for sake of example here. But imagine if you go to the store today and you get your cart full of whatever you get for $200. But when you go to the store, take a look and see how much you can get for $20. Because if the same thing happens here that happened in Russia, and it's worth 1/10, that $200 that you have in your hand, that ain't going to change, now buys the equivalent of today's $20 worth of goods. What's $20 worth of goods? Right now, 3 or 4 pounds of ground beef. The end. Imagine right now having $200 in your hand because of these people and that money, that $200. If you make $10 an hour, that's half your week's pay. And I'm adding taxes in there. Buys 3 or 4 pounds of ground beef. That's what we're heading to, guys. And the signals are there. That they're jawboning this stuff, trying to make people, trying to soften the blow, lead to some pain. Really? Okay. The market is starting to crack. Get tangible goods now. Your cash is, again, you have to have some, no doubt. You got to pay your taxes, do whatever, but tangible goods right now are where your money's going to be. What's going to be the best performing asset class of 2022? It ain't going to be stocks. It ain't going to be bonds. It might be precious metals, but I don't, even though that's what I thought it was going to be this year, it doesn't look like it. Precious metals will do okay. It's certainly not going to be cash. Your most valuable assets this year, best performing assets, are going to be beans, bullets, and Band-Aids, guys. Keep getting what you're getting, and be very careful who you listen to. As Reagan put it, trust but verify. Yeah, that includes me, but that certainly includes everybody pulling the strings right now. Pinball out.